The New York Rangers captain Jacob Trouba definitely has not had his best season so far as a New York Ranger this season, and definitely is just not playing the best hockey and nowhere near worth that $8 million cap hit that he is still on until 2025, 2026. So 2 more seasons after this one, he will still be getting paid $8 million, which obviously it's just not great. It is just not great here. This is a guy who obviously is the captain of this team, is supposed to be a massive part of this decor, and really just has not been. I mean, he's definitely had his struggles. So in this video, we're going to kind of take a look at Jacob Trouba, just kind of see really how he's played so far this season. Starting off here, obviously right now he's out with that lower body injury for what seems to be at least another week and a bit, I'd imagine. So it's going to be a bit there. We'll see what happens there with his injury. But this is a guy who, like I said, he's had his moments when he has been pretty good for this team, yes, but he's had a lot more when he just hasn't been that great. And obviously, even when he's playing all right, it's not like he's worth near that $8 million cap hit. So it is a little unfortunate, but in this video, by no means am I trying to hate on Jacob Trouba. He's a solid player, but if we're being honest here, he's just not worth that $8 million contract that he's getting per season. I mean, $8 million cap hit, you expect a top pairing D-man out of that, right? Number 1 or number 2 kind of guy. He's obviously just not that. We're paying a $8 million cap hit to a guy who is more of a second/third pairing guy at times, right? So that's kind of the unfortunate part there, but at least he is a good captain. Obviously, there are some good things about Jacob Trouba. He's a good captain. Seems like he's a pretty good leader. Obviously, good locker room guy, it seems like, as well. Obviously, he's a very, very physical player. You know, they don't call him the Trouba train for nothing. He can lay the body. He can definitely, strike some fear into their team at times. So that is definitely a positive there. And those are kind of the guys you do want on your team come playoff time, just not really at an $8 million cap hit. But he can also, scrap it as well. He can fight. He's definitely not afraid to do that. He can block shots as well. He is a very good shot blocker. So there are some good things about his game, but at times he can be a bit of a liability defensively. I mean, I'm not saying he's completely terrible, but let's be honest here. He definitely has his moments, like really any defenseman does, but he seems to have quite a few of those at times when he just kind of not necessarily looks lost out there, but just makes a bad play or just really just kind of doesn't do a whole lot defensively. So obviously there are some issues with his game, but at times, he's a pretty solid team man, just not quite worth that $8 million. And taking a look here at what Jacob Trouba has done so far this season offensively with the Rangers, he has 60 games played, 3 goals, 19 assists for 22 points. He's a +1, and obviously not getting a whole lot done on the power play, as he does have 0 power play goals and 1 power play assist and 1 shorthanded assist. So he does have, most of his points obviously coming at 5-on-5 or even strength, which is obviously, important to see. But this is a guy who, at points with the Winnipeg Jets, obviously got a lot more look on the power play, and that's kind of why you'd have, quite a few seasons there putting up some pretty good offensive numbers. He ended up having, obviously, like a lot more power play points those seasons. So that is kind of a reason definitely why his numbers coming to the Rangers offensively went down a bit, but still, you'd like to see Jacob Trouba produce at a better level than what he's doing right now offensively. Now taking a look at some pretty interesting Jacob Trouba stats. So far this season, like I said, he does have 60 games played with the Rangers, and he still does have 165 hits though, which is great. Last year at 218. Year before that had 207. He's doing a pretty good job in that department. You take a look at the block shots. Again, he's doing a phenomenal job. This year has 170. That is nearly 3 block shots per game on average. That is a pretty unreal number to be at. So 170 and 60 games played, not too bad at all. I think he's doing a great job there. Hits and blocks, those have both been great so far this year, but this is where things start to look less good. I mean, the takeaway giveaway department is pretty bad. 11 takeaways, 31 giveaways here, and 27 defensive zone giveaways. The main thing here isn't the giveaways necessarily. Compare that to the past couple of seasons. He's kind of on pace for that, so that's not too big of a deal there. He's actually doing a decent job on the giveaways, but the main thing I see here is the takeaways. Only 11 takeaways compared to last year having 32 in a total of, 22 more games played. So this year, 60 games played, last year, 82. He only has 11 takeaways this year compared to 32 last year. That's a pretty big step back. So obviously not great there. Even the previous year before that, in 2021, he had 24 takeaways in 81 games played. So even that, he's probably not going to hit 24 there. So he's definitely not doing great on the takeaway giveaway side of things there. Not ideal for a guy who is supposed to be, a pretty big, tough, strong defensive guy. I mean, he's obviously not doing the best job on that side of things there. Next up here, these stats kind of showing that the offense has taken a bit of a step back this season as well in Jacob Trouba's game. The high danger unblocked shot attempts here, he only has 2. Last year had 7, and then the year before that had 10. So a big step back in that department there, which is not ideal because Obviously, the high danger ones are the ones you want to see. Those are high danger scoring chances, so that's not ideal there. Then you have here for the medium danger unblocked shot attempts there, you've got 12 last year, had 11 the year before that at 23. That's not too bad there. The medium ones are looking all right, but then the low danger ones here, the unblocked shot attempts, he only has 130 this season. Last year had 234. The year before that had 244. So a pretty big drop off there. Definitely not ideal. He's creating a lot less offense than he has in the past. And yes, I know Jacob Trouba come playoff time may not have had the most amazing playoff series, for example, but his play style is still something that come playoff time you want on your team. You need these guys who play, for the most part, sometimes, obviously solid defensively as a defense, but you also want those guys who, can be a good veteran leader. They have experience, and Jacob Trouba does have that in the playoffs. He's obviously a guy who is not afraid to lay the body. He will hit. He will block shots at a very good level. He can also fight as well. I mean, he's not afraid to do that. He'll stick up for his teammates. He'll be a good leader. He'll obviously be a force out there. I mean, he's not going to, just be some little pushover out there. He's going to be a big force out there, going to put a bit of fear in the other team sometimes as well. So you want those kind of guys out there on the ice. When you're out on the ice against Jacob Trouba, you got to know he's out there, because if you have your head down, he may just rock you. So you want those kind of guys in your team. He can change the course of a series just with one big hit there as well, possibly. So you want those kind of guys in your team. He can get momentum for the team, one big hit, one big fight. Throw the helmet if you have to. I mean, we have seen in the past where he has kind of got the boys fired up and things have definitely turned around. So he is a good leader. He's one of those guys who you want come playoff time, and hopefully this year he will have an amazing playoff run with his team, hopefully going all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on Jacob Trouba, as well as don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.